All right, what we're going to do here is use technology, specifically Desmos in this case, to figure out what equation will give us this data, this set of x's and y's here, which are graphed over here in the graph. Um, this is called a regression type of problem, where you take the data and figure out what equation best matches it. Sometimes it will match it perfectly. Sometimes these points might be kind of like a scatter plot, where it will best predict the data and go through the center of the data. Um, Before we answer this question here, I want to go back and look at all three types of equations we have learned this year in Algebra 1, starting with linear. We started the year off with linear equations that are in the form of y equals mx plus b. An example of a linear equation would be this blue line here, which is y equals 1/2 x plus 4. So the type of linear regression type problem you may see is where it gives you x and y data, like this here. We put these dots on there, so these black dots, and you have to figure out what line best matches those dots. So the way we can use, now we've done this before with just using algebra. You would use the slope formula and all that, but technology can make it a lot better. Desmos can do it pretty easily. So I do know that this problem, or this equation, has to be in the form of y equals mx plus b. I just don't know what the m is, and I don't know what the b is. So the way Desmos does this, I can't just type in y equals mx plus b and it find it for me. What I have to do instead is use the x1 and y1 variables so that it pulls this data from the table. So instead of y equals mx plus b, I want to type in y1 equals mx1 plus b. Now what it's doing is it's getting confused with this data up here, but I want this equation to pull from that data. So that's why I did the x1 and y1. The equal sign is what's throwing it off now. Sometimes it's not always going to be a perfect match, so it's not always going to perfectly equal mx1 plus b. Instead, it might be approximately. So instead of an equal sign, we're going to put the tilde, little squiggly line. That's sort of the math symbol for approximates, or is approximately equal to. So what this equation right here is doing mathematically, it is pulling the y list from here and the x list from here, this y1 and x1, and it's figuring out the best possible m and b that make the equation go through those black dots. So what it shows me is m is -2 and b is 8. So the equation that goes through those black dots would be y equals m, which is -2, x, plus b, which is 8. So that's the equation that goes through the black dots. That is a linear regression problem. Second thing we looked at this school year was exponential equations. So here we have the form of an exponential equation, which is a times b to the power of x. Here's an example of exponential here. What we learned when we looked at these equations earlier in the year is this equation starts at 2, and it starts at 5, I'm sorry, and then doubles every time. So here's an example of an exponential relationship, these black dots here. I need to figure out what exponential function best matches those black dots. So it's very similar to the previous problem. I know this has to be in the form of y equals a times b to the power of x, except I want it to pull the y values from up here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and change this to the squiggly equal sign now so that it doesn't mess the whole table up. Y, I want it to pull from the y1s. So y1 approximates a times b to the power of x1. And it does its whole technology magic, and it figures out what the perfect a and b are to make this equation match the data. So if you see the blue, let me turn the original one off. This blue equation perfectly matches those black points. So the equation of that blue line is y equals a times b, which it gives me the value of a, 80, times b, which is 0.5, to the power of x. So that equation is the one that goes through these 4 black dots. That is exponential regression. The final type of equation we looked at is quadratic, or parabolas. The standard form of a quadratic equation is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That makes a parabola. This blue parabola over here is an example of a quadratic equation. So here we have quadratic data that we need to figure out what equation best matches. So turn those points on, zoom out. Here I have 4 points. They kind of look randomly scattered around, but if you follow, you can see how a parabola might pass through all 4 of those. Just like before, I'm going to put in the form that I want the regression to be in. I know it's a quadratic form or equation, so I'm going to put in y squiggly equals ax squared plus bx plus c. I need it to pull the data from this table. So instead of y, I'm going to put y subscript 1, y sub 1 approximates a times x1 plus b x1, or sorry, I forgot the squared, a times x1 squared plus b times x1 plus c. And it does its technology and it figures out the perfect a, b, and c to make it match. So the equation of this blue line is y equals a, which is 1, so I don't need to type the 1 and it can stay invisible, x squared plus bx, which is negative 3x, plus c, which is negative 5. And there is my perfect quadratic equation that matches the data in the table. Back to the original question we looked at here. This is some data that makes this shape over here. My problem here is I don't know if this is linear, exponential, or quadratic. So it looks like it might be the right side. It's not linear, definitely, because that's not a straight line. It looks like it might be the right side of a parabola. So I'm going to assume that it is quadratic, and I want to figure out what quadratic equation makes the parabola that best matches that data. So I'm going to type in the standard form of a quadratic equation, which is y sub 1 tilde approximates a x1 squared plus b x1 plus c. So this, it is doing its math and finding the best value for a, b, and c that makes a parabola that passes through these green points. Now I can see this blue parabola looks pretty accurate through those green points, but it's not perfect. It's a little bit off down here. On the second point it's off, and the third and the fourth one's pretty close on. I'm thinking this might not be a parabola. I'm wondering if an exponential curve would match it even better. So I'm going to turn that one off. I want to find the exponential function that best matches the green points. So y1 squiggly equals sign a times b to the power of x1. It's finding the best a and b that match, and it looks like this is a perfect exponential match. So the equation that created this data in the table was y equals a, which is 4, times b, which is 2.5, to the power of x. There is one other time that you use this, and that is when the data does not make a perfect equation. It's not a perfect straight line or a perfect parabola, but it's more like a scatter plot. So in this problem, with this set of data, we're going to look at what equation doesn't perfectly match, but best matches this pattern of green data points over here. This is a scatter plot, and we're finding the line of best fit, or the trend line. So I needed to first decide which type of equation I'm going to look at. Is this linear, is this exponential, or is this quadratic? I can tell these dots don't make a perfect straight line, but the pattern of dots do appear to be linear. They make the pattern is a kind of a straight pattern. It's not a curvy pattern. So I'm going to use mx plus b. Y squiggly equals, nope, not y, y1 squiggly equals m x1 plus b. So it is finding the m and the b that best match the green data points. What it tells me is that the m, the best slope to make that black line, is 2.28. the best b, the best y-intercept, is negative 2.12, 2.13. So the line of best fit for the points that go through this data would be y equals mx plus b, except it gives me my m. M is 2.28. I'm going to round to the hundredths place. 2.28x plus b, in this case, minus 2.13. So this red line now best matches the data points here. A lot of this statistic stuff you'll use more so later. Well, you're not going to use in Algebra 1 because we're pretty much done, but later on in Algebra 2 and definitely in statistics, you'll use this R value, or the correlation coefficient. If the R value, if the line is perfectly matching all the points, like back here, the R value is perfectly 1. That's like 100% negative in this case because it's a negative pattern, but 1 is a perfect match. In this problem we just looked at here, it doesn't perfectly match, but it's a pretty close, a pretty accurate match. So the R value, the correlation coefficient, is 0.98. Think of that like a 98% or 98.86% match. So it's a pretty good match. This is linear regression, exponential regression, and quadratic regression. Hopefully this will help you with the practice you have coming up next.